it, but tomorrow never comes. I said night, I'm living in the forest of a dream. I know the night is not as it would seem. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night will never go.
Oh, oh, hey, oh, what's up, guys? uh, no, man, I am not. I am not in that competition. Thank you very much. I will gladly take third place between the Coded and SV. Let's go as live as long as we can. Uh, no, I'm good, man. Um, I mean, I could. Don't get me wrong. If I listen, I'll make you guys. I'll make you guys a deal. If I ever get to the point where I make enough money where I could run a 24-hour stream, I'll do a 24-hour stream, guys. That's a promise. That's a 100% promise. Okay, I am not. I am not doing that. No, I wish I could though. I wish I could. I wish I had the time, the energy, and the finances to do that. Yeah, buddy. Wow. Yeah. Well, it's been a long Monday for me. It's been a long Monday for me. It's been a long week. I had a fun Sunday yesterday. Um, I mean, I don't know how anybody else feels. Oh, hey Shannon, how you doing? Hey, hang on, Shannon. This is going to be one of those streams where I don't mind people coming up. Well, depends on who you are. I'm not in the mood for people busting my balls today. No, I'm just like let's let's throw the link out there for people. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Hello. By the way, Shannon, if you come up here, you better be on camera. Not just saying. No, dude, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get why you don't do it all the time on your stream or whatever, but Shannon, you're very pretty. You're very pretty. I don't you should be on camera. The camera loves you, girl. Nope, captain's first. What's up, buddy?
Yuri.
What's up, buddy?
Shannon.
Oh, hello, everybody. How are
Hello.
you today?
Shannon,
You
stop
are
it.
very good.
Yeah, me and Shannon were talking on the phone. She's like, "Come on, let's go raid Jerry." I'm like, "Okay."
Hey,
Nicole, my
what's up,
love.
Nicole? Nice to see you. It's nice to see
What's
some
a
of the.
good-looking girl like you doing in a fucking crap hole like this?
Wait a
I'm just
minute now.
kidding,
Wait a
Jerry.
minute.
I love
Yeah,
you.
this is my
This is
crap.
where
You're
you get
talking
all
about
the best chorizo. So of course I'm
the
gonna hang
best.
out here.
All Techland things.
What was that?
Not me. That's Captain. He's got the women talking over there.
Was that?
That was my speaker turning on.
Oh, okay. Your device is connected.
And
Yeah, and I get. Whoa, Cap.
portable speaker. All tech Lansing.
That's what I said.
Bluetooth. Gotta love it.
Yes.
I don't love
So what's the
Bluetooth.
topic of conversation this evening, Yeti?
I didn't really have anything planned. Like I almost every single time I don't. I just I got off of work. There was not really nothing I was interested. Yesterday I had a pretty decent day. I wanted to talk about that. I mean, we can talk about anything. I mean, your Niners won. Congratulations.
Guess what? My Niners won. Guess who didn't win? The Rams. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, if we're gonna sit here and start, like acting all like we don't know where we've been before, okay? Then we're gonna have a hard time, okay? Because I don't know about
support the Rams anyway.
When the fuck did we get ice cream, Jerry? I thought this was the internet. I thought we would live in an imagination world. Come with me and you'll see A world
dude,
of your imagination.
we're starting off wild. Look, dude, over there in
You
LA, man,
too, Joey.
you'll get people who sell them to you out of shopping carts, bro, and they're just as good. Well, and
I
some of the
bought some
best
tamales from the lady in front of Walmart the other day out of the shopping cart. They weren't good.
support.
The masa was overcooked. It was very hard and it was bland. And like she put enough meat in there to just barely call it meat. I don't know. Like
No,
when I hook up my tamales, you got the meat in there. You know what I mean? I season the masa. You know, this
that's
chick was.
awesome. I mean, there's always somebody out there that does like there's always the old dude, the old lady. I mean, you just gotta find them, right? And Shannon, your experience tells me that that person probably didn't cook those tamales. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that she
No,
didn't
no,
cook.
it looked like her old man went and sold her tamales over there for her. Like, but they probably were saving on ingredients, so they like.
No, Nicole, what? What do you mean? No, they're not made out of cabbage. You're crazy. No, the tamales are made out of masa. Masa.
Masa cornmeal.
How dare you call it that? Don't call it that in my
Well, hello,
presence.
I'm me. You're a boss lady. I like boss ladies. Hey,
I do. I do believe that they were good, man. You know, some of the best tacos you'll find in LA come from like some of the seediest places. Like you'd be like, "Oh shit, am I really gonna eat this right now?" But
no
once you have
man,
those tacos,
he's not lying for real. Like, I mean, they're like on the side of the road selling them out of trucks and fucking thermoses and shit. And you're like, Jesus Christ, this is the best fucking food I've ever ate in my life because it's somebody's abuela over there fucking hooking it up. It's not some guy trying to fucking make something fancy out of it. Like that's the
Woodrow,
whole thing about Hispanic food or Mexican food or Salvadorian or any of those kinds of things is they're a layering technique. So each layer has its own spin and fuck it, it's cheap as fuck and that's what makes it so fucking good. So when you
yeah,
try to fancy it up, it tastes like shit.
right.
Now, do you
Well,
guys prefer beef or pork chorizo?
I
Pork.
prefer. Well, I don't. It doesn't. It depends. It depends because depends on the type of dish you're gonna make. I like beef for morning for like with eggs and stuff, but usually the pork is good when you're gonna make like tacos or burritos and such. It's
Tra-
just depends on what you're gonna make.
Traditionally, your grandma would make them pork. Beef chorizo is more rare over there
How dare
because
you? How dare you
they
speak
don't.
on my Mexican? Wait a minute now. Hang on here. I'm the resident Mexican here. I will tell you.
I probably lived in more of an Hispanic environment than you did my entire life.
I doubt it, but go
Like I
ahead.
got my training from abuelas. I'm telling you. I sat
I
there with the
had
molcajete and mashed
I
that
literally
fucking masa up and
Shannon,
fucking
Shannon,
soaked the
Shannon. I
corn up.
literally, Shannon, stop it. I literally had an abuela. No, stop it, okay?
So did I.
Well, you did
I
it.
mean,
You did.
biologically I didn't, but like I was, married into it at a young
I'll
age.
I'll give you married into. I'll give you married into right now. Hey, well, hey, hi me. How you doing? Uh, I did leave the link and at the rate of me losing people actually watching the stream, it's fine. You can come on in. Um, I as far as like the push card and everything with the elotes is concerned, that's still happening. That's still going around, and I don't,
They
it's
do that all
cool
the
and
time,
all.
just like with the chamoy and the fruit. Those are all over the place too still. And then you got
Well,
the taco
yeah,
trucks. Now they're getting fancy with those
that's
taco
good shit.
trucks.
That's good shit. Yeah, the cactus they call nopal, just so you know. So like it,
Nopales.
yeah, nopales. So just so you know, and there's a lot of dishes they do with cactus with nopales and stuff. That I usually like I forget what there's this dish that they make and I forget what it's called. I'll remember, but you get this little bowl and it has like little like pieces of nopal with steak and chicken. It's fucking delicious. I just can't. It's just not hitting me right now. But trust me, once I do it, I'll let you guys know. You guys will love it. Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
menudo.
We didn't eat
By the
nopal
way,
as much, but we
look,
did eat a lot of jicama and lemon and salt and stuff like that. We
oh,
did eat a lot.
jicama. Oh, fuck yes, jicama. Listen, look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You guys, if you guys, if you guys are drinkers and you guys drink a lot or whatever, and you guys tie one on every Friday or Saturday, make sure you have a nice bowl of menudo the next morning. You will thank yourself because don't you fucking do that. Don't you fucking do that shit.
You know, the reason why that fucking works with alcoholics is because basically the stomach, you're eating tripe, you're eating stomach lining, so it absorbs all the alcohol in your gut.
That's
You
disgusting.
when you
But
look when
it
you say it like that.
it tastes like chewy.
Look
I
when you
can't stand it.
first of all, if you're all you're doing is eating menudo, just the tripe off the menudo, you're eating it wrong. You gotta have it with all the fixings, and then you have a good menudo there. Can't just be drinking the menudo like that.
I worked in a traditional family style Mexican restaurant, and they cooked menudo all the time. It was their Sunday special every morning because all the fucking drunken paisas, forgive that slur or whatever, but that's what they would call them, came in Sunday mornings and wanted menudo and fucking Coronas. So that was what we sold. We sold menudo and Coronas. I had it so many times. It smells
Yeah,
so
that's why
bad.
you don't like it. That's why you don't
Yeah,
like it.
I heard a joke today. It's pretty funny. How can you tell if a man has strong semen?
Oh my god.
How?
You have to chew before you swallow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Cap. I hate your life, Cap. Ugh. Oh, Yeti. What have you gotten yourself into?
Yeah, pretty much, Woodrow. Pretty much.
Menudo and raw honey can be prescribed as a home remedy for everything. You know what? I love fucking raw honey. I use that shit on everything.
GMK, I do not call it that, please. You're besmirching the wonderful name of menudo, okay? It's menudo. I love it for what it is. You know what it is. You don't listen, we don't go around calling our hamburgers dead cow burgers or dead cow sandwiches, okay? So just stop, okay? Just stop. GMK. Stop it.
No, you call them tortas.
Yeah, but still, but we don't call them vacas muertas.
So in us, no, we call them tortas. I mean, so us calling tripe stew or tripe soup is wrong. That's what menudo is. It's tripe soup with hominy.
Yeah. And our hamburgers are dead cows, so we're not gonna call it that, okay? We're not gonna call it that. We're gonna call it menudo. Say it with me.
Well, we're not gonna call it stomach lining.
Jesus. Say it with me. Menudo.
Dead cow stomach lining. Menudo. I used to like menudo. They were a good group. Ricky Martin was in it.
Oh yeah.
He bangs. You know how that goes?
Listen, GMK dork. You better stop it right now, okay?
Corn patty sandwiches.
No, we call that cowboy cornbread casserole. That's what we call that. That's it's just some cornbread and some ground beef all smudged in there, with some taco seasonings.
You better stop it. Just stop it, please. Just freaking stop it.
You fucking know you eat white girl tacos. You know that you go to
Not
Walmart
really.
and you will buy those taco ass shells and get that Larry's taco seasoning
Fuck
and that ground beef.
No, fuck no.
With
Don't
some
you
cheese and some
listen.
tomato and some
Don't you
shredded lettuce
fucking-
up in that.
Don't you fucking don't
Go
you
get
fucking
yourself a
start
rice
insulting me.
roti box that says Spanish rice on it.
You ever fucking listen, Shannon? You ever insult me like that again? I'm kicking you off of my fucking stream, okay? Don't you ever say that I
You're
use
gonna eat
taco
that white
shells.
girl Mexican food, damn it. You're gonna like that gringo
Never.
Mexican food.
I hell no. I refuse. I refuse to have my shells pre-made. I will make them on my own. And listen, I don't really. I don't even
You don't
get
need
the
a
hard shell
taco
taco
smell?
thing.
You don't need
No,
a
I
taco
don't.
smell? You're kidding
Well,
me.
I have, but only out of necessity, not because I wanted
Oh
to.
my God, Captain, we need to go burn the demons out of Jerry. Shine would not have
Right.
this. Shine would not have
I
this.
What do you mean? I'm not doing that. Look. Look, the closest thing to that Americanized taco meat food, whatever you want to call it, is fucking Del Taco for me. And I only go for the fucking chicken soft tacos. Chicken soft tacos are the best American Mexican food ever made.
American Mexican food.
Yeah,
The
but we
best
need
thing that-
we need to get you Taco Bell though, Jerry.
Yeah, he
Because
doesn't understand the Taco Bell reference.
Oh, Woodrow, birria. Oh, birria is the filet mignon of
Birria.
fucking Mexican food. That is the fucking
Barria.
the birria made the right way is like butter in your mouth. It's fucking, oh my god, like it's orgasmic. It's orgasmic. It's wonderful.
For
I
sure,
love it.
Joey. Fresh tortillas are the shit. And they're easy to make too. People don't realize how easy they are to make.
Hey, you hush your mouth. They're fucking difficult. They're the hardest thing to make in the world.
They're super easy.
Listen,
That's
you.
why that's why they make them. It's because they're easy and they're cheap. Flour and
I
some
just-
fucking goddamn salt and some water, basically. That's what you got.
I just always thought that ladies like the ladies in my household used to like making tortillas just so they can like mask the sound of them gossiping to each other. Oh my god, what the hell just happened?
My dog decided that he was going to alert on somebody on the stairs.
He scared the shit out of me right now.
Aw, don't be scared. It's a little dog. You got big doggies.
No, not. I mean, it's not like I'm scared of the dog. It's just I had my earphones on and just it just like it kind of killed me right now. But it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Don't lie, Jerry. We know you jumped on the chair and yelled out Chihuahua.
It is a social event. True. All the ladies used to get together. They would do that with tamales too, and they would make a production line, and they would just be
Yeah.
all
Oh,
flat,
shit.
flat.
You want to talk about a production line? Fucking pupusas are a fucking production line. Let me tell you.
Yo, I bought some pupusas yesterday, and they sucked.
Oh fuck! Where'd you go?
It was a private lady that does cake pops too, but they were like these. They were like super big. They were like the size of a flour tortilla, and that's not how I'm used to them. And inside of them, with the revueltas or whatever, there was barely any pork, and there was hardly no beans or cheese. So it was
Oh,
like
no.
all that rice
I mean,
masa.
I mean, I don't care the size as long as they have the right amount of like filler.
No,
you know
if
what I
it
mean?
would have been filled, it would have been great because then all the cabbage and the shit, it would have been all great. But it was like it was
Right.
more like just like a doughy rice tortilla. It was not.
Oh no.
It was not a good
no.
papusa. It was not a good
No.
papusa.
No, yeah, that's fine. You know how I test how good pupusas are with somebody new? I always ask for one cheese and one bean and cheese. If their cheese and bean and cheese is like, because that's usually the easiest and the most like put it this way, if they can make a cheese and bean and cheese pupusa that tastes bomb, the rest are gonna be bomb. That's how I always test new places. I always just get their cheese and their bean and cheese. That's it.
Yeah, for me, I always do the pork bean and cheese one.
Well, I mean, to do a revuelta is cool, but I don't do a revuelta unless I know the place already. Because
Right.
I always fear that, like, because revueltas can be very I mean, they're a toss up, like they could not have enough inside of them, and you're basically got a fucking empty fucking pupusa, and an empty pupusa
That's
is just
pretty
a
much
fat
what it
pupusa.
was. They were like, it was like so little ingredients in there, like you couldn't even taste them.
Yeah,
Like at all.
that's a jip.
It was
That's
mostly just the
frustrating.
outside papusa part. You know what I mean? The like tortilla part or whatever. It was not good. They were too big and they were too flat and they didn't have the
There
right
was-
consistency.
I actually I like to go on record to say there is no hot sauce in Taco Bell whatsoever. There's nothing hot in Taco Bell that's hot enough to burn anybody's mouth. And anybody who gets burned by any chili in Taco Bell is a pussy. There, I said it.
Well, then I'm a pussy. because I think
No, Jerry, I think it's just that we're white.
Don't do that shit. I know white boys that fucking can eat chili just like any Mexican that I know, any Salvadorian that I know. Don't give me that shit. Don't you
Well,
fucking
I don't know. I don't know. Those are far and few between. Maybe sour shit, but hot shit is not a lot in our cuisine, so we don't have the tolerance built up.
I
We
guess.
don't do a lot of spicy food. Maybe some of them Louisianas do some of that Creole stuff, but that ain't nothing like the spice that comes in like jalapenos or anything like that, right? So like
No, even
it's just
jalapenos ain't even that bad.
man, when you grow up eating meatloaf and mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese, you don't have no tolerance for no damn spice. You're
That's why
like,
you
what
get some.
the
You got.
fuck is
That's why you
this?
got to get some fucking spice in your life. Now, look. Now, listen. Now, I will say that sometimes we get a little ridiculous, but still, it. I think that Mexican spice is just the right kind, just the right amount. Because, you know, like then you go like into curries, right? Because I've had like I love fucking curry chicken, and we make some over here that they have, but then they have like this really hot curry that's in what the fuck? Why? Like, why would anybody eat that kind of like? That's not even like when you can't even like get say like a spoonful of fucking food and it like it not burning your mouth. That why? Why would you even eat that? You know, like that's not even flavoring anymore.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. Is like, I
Hey,
I
buddy.
I have a great appreciation for the flavors that come in Hispanic food. Like I like pico de gallo. Where I pull back on is the peppers, the jalapeno,
Hey,
stuff
sweet
like that.
Melissa. How you doing? By the way, guys, like I was contemplating doing something on Wrangler or whatever today, but then I was like, maybe I don't want to. I don't know. Like he
Joey.
has he fucking done anything? By the way, guys, like anybody who's on the Wrangler fear, has he done anything recently? I don't know.
Well,
I
traditionally red chili is traditional, but I like verde because it's a little less sharp.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell Wrangler is.
Wrangler is the stolen valor vet that Jerry's always talking about all the time.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
no,
that shows,
Wrangler.
that shows how much I pay attention then, huh?
yeah, you
I
fucking
know.
dick.
Wake the fuck up, Cap. When did we get ice cream? Damn.
By the way, Chile Verde is my jam. I like Chile Verde most more for food because I think it just goes better with shit. Like red chili's okay, but I that's more of a like a like look like Chile Verde I put on everything. I'll douse the shit on everything. But like Chile
Yeah.
Rojo, like I only put little bits like on my burrito and shit like that. You know, like I don't fucking go all out like I do with Chile Verde.
I love chili verde, just even the dish with the chunks of pork in it and stuff.
Oh, I got
It's
your chunks of
fucking
pork.
it's fucking amazing. And then you put some Monterey Jack cheese in there or some cojita. Ugh. Some sour cream. It's the
Oh,
shit.
what you know about the cojito?
The
Cojita.
cojito, man. That's how you even make the elotas. You can't have the elotas without the cojito.
I'll give you some cojito.
And you
Uh,
can't have enchiladas without Oaxaca cheese either. That's the melting cheese.
you said that Oaxaca,
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca, Oaxaca, Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
What you hawking?
Nothing.
It depends. It depends. Burritos, of course, are always harina. Burritos are always harina. And your tacos are always maize. But it just really just depends. It depends. I like I said, it depends on the dish, on what time of the day I'm eating or whatever. Flour tortilla is more of a filler than it is anything else because it usually tastes better. And I look, put it this way, maize tortillas are holders, and flour tortillas are fillers. So that there you go. That's how that works. So if you got something say like fajitas, right? And you're fixing, to make the fajitas really tasty or whatever, then use maize tortillas because the maize tortillas are just gonna be something to hold the fajita together. But say you're not gonna like, put a lot of meat in them, it's gonna be mostly like veggies or whatever. A flour tortilla works better because it's gonna be more filling. It's gonna be, it's gonna take up it's gonna be able to hold juices in and stuff like that because you won't have meat. So, like, use that rule whenever you're cooking Mexican food. Maize is a holder, flour is a filler. I hope that helps.
I think if you're gonna cook anything Hispanic, go look to see what the traditional way to serve it is, because like you're not gonna have a corn tortilla quesadilla. You're gonna put that in a flour tortilla. You're not gonna have. I mean, like flautas even are like taquitos and flour tortillas, and taquitos are corn tortillas. You just got to kind of know what you're cooking and what goes best with it. Like Jerry says, it's, like some people have these like carne asada dinners or like carnita dinners, and they give you flour tortillas on the side because then you can take the rice and the beans and the carnitas and the sides like your pico and your sauce or whatever, and then you use the tortilla to like scoop it all together and eat it in bites. That's what you
This
do.
is some, this is some real fucking like Mexican food, like fucking like pointer shit right here. Like, let me tell you something. You guys are getting some fucking knowledge, all right?
we're dropping the knowledge.
You guys appreciate me. No? By the way, everybody, thank you for showing up. I'm glad everybody's here. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. You guys had nothing to do on a Monday, huh? Neither did I.
Actually,
What's up?
Actually, I was about to go up, but Cap told me you just went up, and I was gonna go see if you were doing the Wrangler thing. I didn't know. I didn't know if I could get in where I fit in at the Wrangler
No, you're
thing.
fine. No, you're good.
I don't know that situation very well. It's and then when I kind of asked the shiz what the end goal was, and she's like, "No, don't do anything." And I'm
well,
like,
I think that got out of hand, but mostly because it's one of those things where it's like, I think you don't understand, like, her where the stuff that she's doing, and you're like coming in here like trying to figure out, well, what's going on, right? So
exactly.
it's like
I'm trying to figure out how I can help. What the end game is, or are we trying to get this person off the internet? Are we trying to get them re-prosecuted? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And she's like, no, I'm just telling everybody, and I've got this all handled. And I'm like, okay, so what are we talking about here? What are we doing? So I didn't have anywhere to really fit in. I was like, well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in this. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that like it's basically what she was trying to say is just, like just support the channels that are going after them, and like, spread the word, like as the information comes out, but not like not like for you, like it wasn't like a call to action or anything. It's not, when I talk about him, it's not a call to action for anybody to be like, oh, go get up in arms about him. It's just so people can, pay attention to him and share the knowledge. That's it. Like that. I mean, the point is that
it's been my experience with social media that shining a light on somebody one time is one thing, but to continue to do it is actually giving them more leverage. Like all advertising is good advertising. So like I was trying to fucking figure out what you guys were trying to accomplish in all this. Are you trying to stifle his voice? Or are you trying to bring awareness? I mean, what are you exactly trying to do? Because if he's got an active channel, right?
Well, look, listen.
Even the haters are gonna come watch his channel, right? So you want to deflate his ability to manipulate people into believing he is a veteran and spending that money on veterans' rights. So like the best thing to do would be exactly like Shiz was saying, would be to stifle his profile and to make sure that he's re-prosecuted for the murder, and maybe even add charges to that for, stolen valor is against the law, man. And you certainly can't raise funds, for veterans and not turn them over. You can't do that.
Right. No, yeah, I get what you're saying, but no, and that would be the right decision. But like it's not. We're not like the stolen valor stuff and everything. It's just putting this stuff out there, debunking the lies that he makes, and just like, keeping everybody informed. Now, whether or not people are gonna like, make their decision on whether to follow him or not, that's people's decisions, right? Like I'm just put it this way: he's a locale, he's in every sense of the word, and we're just like we're just here for it, you know what I mean? And for me it's just a matter of like, okay, there are people who go up against people like SV and that group who are literally coming after them for their reasons, right? And they always say things like, "Oh, well, where's the proof?" or who made the claim or whatever. And really, for me, it's just about setting the record straight. So, like, I'm here to just set the record straight on certain things, and if people want to listen to me and like take my word for the experience that I've had with him and everybody who's involved in this, then cool. You know what I mean? You can get an idea of what's happening, and then from there you can inform yourself because I'm not about fucking like, telling people like you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, right? My thing is like, hey, here's the info and this is how we got it. This is how we know it. And let me go ahead and tell you how you can tell that this guy's a manipulator. You can tell that this guy's lying. Because another
No,
thing too
no,
that
and I get that. I get that. But see, like as a new person coming into the chat, right? So like I'm trying to figure out what the channel's about. Is it about vets with stolen valor? Is it about this one person? And this one person seems to be, who we're focused on. So after a few times coming to the channel and realizing that this one person is the major problem, I try to get up here and kind of talk to her about it a little bit and figure out what is the actual premise that we're doing, because at some point, if it's just about that one guy the entire time, people that don't understand the story are going to ask questions about it, and you can't be frustrated when people do that. You know what I mean? Because
I don't
it's
think I don't think she was. I don't think she was frustrated. I
she
think I
was.
think I think I think that what was going on was that you're looking for a certain like the motives, and I think the motives are not going to be found here because this is not her channel. And so she came on here to clear something up, and then I just think it was a misunderstanding within like the things that were happening at that moment, because I was talking about a criminal case that she's involved with that's more sensitive than the actual stolen valor. So that's where I think everything got lost in translation, because it's
Yeah,
like,
but like she can't clear it up because it's an active criminal case. So what ends up
right,
happening is all the information gets confusing, and like
right.
I'm really trying to help, and like I like you and I want the channel to succeed, and I'm trying to put my best foot forward in the
No, no, yeah,
things
I
that
get
I
that.
bring to the table. And you get on that, there's this thing focused on this Wrangler guy, and she comes up there and she's like, yeah, this and that, and I'm like, man, that's terrible. I'm listening to her. I'm trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing and organizing here, because I don't want to make it to a sense where it looks like I'm focused on one person's things, like it's a cyberbullying thing. I would like to know, what her is. It just this guy? Is it because he died? Is it because, I mean, and I'm just trying to sort it all out.
No, yeah, I get it.
And
No, yeah, but you're talking about, like I said, you're talking about something that, like I said, it was lost in translation, where you're trying to figure something out about what's going on, and really, I was focused on one part of the story, and this guy's like a whole, like it's like I said, it's a whole thing. It's not one particular thing, or one, or like the stolen valor is one thing, and even the guy that I follow, that does the most on this guy, Stolen Vet. Even he has come to the realization that this guy's not he's it's not just about stolen valor. He's like a true crime case, because it's like, not only does he have the
well, that's
one.
the whole thing, is I'm trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. And either one is it where, as an outsider looking at it in, are we like boycotting his channel? Are we trying to like
No,
reveal
no,
things?
no,
Or
no,
are we
no,
trying to get his case brought back up? So I'm just trying to figure this
no,
out.
no, no,
And
no,
I
no,
felt
no,
like she felt like I was trolling her. And I wasn't trolling her. I was
no. I don't think
just
she thought that.
confused.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Shiz. I mean, Shiz got to. I mean, she can make up her own mind of what she felt. But I
Well,
I
then
think I
there's this
think
whole fucking thing that came on afterwards where you remind me of this other Shannon, and Shannon this and Shannon that, Shannon this and Shannon that, because I guess her name's Shannon too. Like they're even
right.
coming to my channel and leaving comments, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I barely know this person.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's that. Like I said, that's just one of those things where it's like something got lost in translation. People had a misunderstanding because they didn't know what was going on, and you had a misunderstanding, and that's all that was. That's all. That's really all that was. Is just a misunderstanding. And I get where you're coming from, but and like I said, it was one of those things where it's like I'm talking about, and you know some of the story because, like I told you about the stolen valor. I told you about what he was doing. But the whole thing about the case is his capital murder charge and all that, that's like a whole nother like part to this. And that's probably the more sensitive part because there's actual people who are involved, there's an investigation involved and all that stuff. So that's where she was coming from when she was saying, no, you don't have to do anything, meaning that like it's such a sensitive thing. And you understand that. I don't have to tell you, you understand what I mean by that. And I think at that moment, that's where it was like things weren't people weren't on the same page. You know what I mean? Because you're over here talking about like, well, this guy has stolen valor, and it's like, what are you trying to do? And she's like, well, I'm trying to take care of the criminal part. And that's the part where, like I said, it's like there's the people who are going after him, like SV, like Master Sergeant Retired, who are going after him for the stolen valor part, and they do all their research based on that. And then there's people like Shiz who's going after him for the criminal case, right? And so she has all the receipts on that. And so it even though it's a cohesive thing to try to like like call him out, they're the two sides of the coin are like two separate things where one is more sensitive than the other. But
I don't know. I
it's
think she was kind of offended because you played her video and it was like, I don't know, 15 minutes, and I just gave my professional opinion about like it being 2 minutes 2 seconds, and that's what people are like, their attention span is too. And she's like, I don't give a shit about the views. And I'm like, well, then why are you making the video? Seems redundant to make a video if you don't care if anybody watches it.
yeah, well
Right? So I
that's
think
always
she was on the offense about that to begin with. In honesty, all I was trying to do is help you guys out professionally.
no,
And
I get you.
I
I
don't
get
really
you.
think it was a misunderstanding. I think she got defensive, and that's okay because
No,
I do that to a lot
no,
of
no,
people.
no, no. I said it was. I said it something got lost in translation. That's what I said. I don't think so much it was a misunderstanding. I think that you were on one topic. You were talking about something, and she was talking about something else, and you guys weren't on the same page. So when like you're giving your advice, she's not in the space to hear that advice. You get what I mean? It's like
Oh, I don't think she wasn't just in the space to hear it. I think she got defensive, and I think she felt stupid, and that wasn't my intention behind it. But
I don't think
anyways,
she,
it made it difficult for me to remain on the panel and have a cohesive conversation. So I mean, and
I
that's what
again
happens. You
again I
know,
don't think I really don't think that there was defensiveness. I just think that you guys weren't on the same page, and I think that made it seem like one wasn't like it. I don't know. I'm struggling to try to like explain this, but it's like it's just like when okay, it's like she was talking about hamburgers and you were talking about tacos, okay? And all of a sudden you guys wanted to talk about meat, but it's like you're not preparing the meat the same way. So both of you are gonna be like, no, this is how you make the meat. No, this is how you make the meat, like, but you guys aren't even talking about the same dish. You know what I'm saying? That's
listen,
kind of
Jay,
what happens.
I never share my beef.
Jesus. I'm just saying. I think that I believe that's what that was. I don't believe that she was defensive. I don't believe that you were. I don't think that you were being
Well,
rude. I just
listen,
think.
darling, I know this is a terrible way to segue out of here, but I actually have something I got to take care of right now. I just got a text from my daughter. So I am so sorry that I'm leaving like this. It means absolutely nothing, chat. And I'm not upset or hurt or mad at anybody. So I don't want anybody to think that, but I have to go handle something for my daughter. And I don't mean to
Yeah.
leave all in this weird spot. So don't read into it, anybody. It really is nothing. I really have something outside that I got to do. But I love you, Yeri and Cappy. I love you
I know
too.
you
And
do.
I'll
I
talk
love
to
you
I
too.
know
y'all.
you do.
Hey, thanks everybody in the chat for entertaining me for as little time
N-
that I got here tonight. But yeah, I
Well,
gotta handle something. I'm so sorry, Yeri. I really am.
I love
Bad
you.
point to exit. I don't want anybody to think I'm being weird. I'm really not. I'm not
You're
weirded out
not.
about anything.
You're not being weird. It's fine. It would have been easier if you would have just said I got something to do. I would not read into it.
Well, I know, but I don't want anybody chat to read into it. Like, I don't know if Shiz is watching or whatever, and she thinks
She
that I'm like
probably
freaking
is.
out.
I can almost
So,
guarantee you she
I
isn't.
don't want her. I don't want her to think like I'm leaving because the situation makes me. It's not that. I have to go handle something for my daughter, and I can't do it on panels, so I have to go. But I
No, you're
love you all.
fine.
Thank you, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.
Right. You're good.
All
Bye.
right, Shannon. So, Yeri, it's just me and you.
No, I mean we still got chat. I mean, dude, we got 10 eyeballs on us right now. That's cool. It's always a trip to see that little eye right there because I'm like, is it really eyes like that? Like,
Right.
the eye thing kind of freaks you out because it's like it doesn't blink or nothing. It just sits there looking. It's like, is that how everybody's looking at me right now? That they're not blinking? Like, blink, everybody, blink.
Blink. Yeah. Yeri, I have a question for you. Are you a taxidermy? Because I have a beaver you can stuff.
You better stop it. Better stop it. 20 eyes, really? I didn't. Oh, because it's a pair. It's 10. It's two for each one. I got you. I was about to say, what am I not seeing? That's actually good math there. Good. Well, yeah, man. But no, yeah. I think that Shannon was. I think Shannon was reading into. She was reading into too much on what was going on. I like I said. I just think that it was two people conversating about two different things, and of course, you're not gonna. It's gonna always sound kind of weird and off-putting because it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know. So I think that's what that was. I don't think it was anything more than that. I think she's reading. I think Shannon's reading way too much into it. Anyways, let me see here. Well, okay, maybe I'm making an assumption there, News Now Enemy. Maybe there is a bit of an assumption, and maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry that I assume that everybody has two eyes. Who say people don't have three eyes? Do people have three eyes? That'd be cool.
That would be cool. It'd be cooler if somebody had three nipples or three boobs.
Well, nipples. I mean, nipples. I don't know. Nipples. I think there are people who have three nipples, or four nipples. I mean, nipples don't seem to be much of anything. Like they're just there. I mean, do you get anything out of your nipples? I don't get anything out of my nipples. They're just there.
And they're just there.
They're just there.
You were talking about people being pussies that can't handle Taco Bell. I find stuff at Chipotle that's too fucking spicy for me.
Well, Chipotle, you know what? Chipotle is a little bit of a step up over Taco Bell as far as like, at least Chipotle's, they do got some pretty hot, decent sauce right there. I think they're doing pretty decent there. Chipotle is a step up. It's not my authentic, street taco places and shit, but it's a step up. It is a place to get stuffed at though. Like, wow, like you could eat a ton in Chipotle.
Right. Yeah. See, I've never had authentic Spanish food.
Wow.
Never.
3 people. Wow. You're really messing me up, News Now. You're really messing me up. Oh, thanks, Christopher, man. I hope everything's good with you, bro. Take it easy, man. Okay,
Love you
so
too, Chris.
what are we doing? What are we doing? Let me see.
I love you too, Mom.
Is it okay to let this door open?
Of course.
Oh, is that your mama?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. See, Jerry, I live in the middle of like fucking bumfuck nowhere, so authentic Mexican food here would probably be Taco Bell. That's what they would consider authentic Mexican food. I mean, I know it's not, but here it would be.
Well, I mean, I'm sure eventually you'll get some Mexicans over there. You'll get some out there. I don't know. I like, it's I think we're all over the place now. I mean, shit. I don't think there's a place in the country that we're not. I got family and even up to Maryland and let me see, Texas, and I know I have some family in Washington. So yeah, I mean we're all over the place, and at some point I had some people in DC too. So they're all over the place. So yeah, I don't know. I think you're not too far away from having some good authentic Mexican food from somewhere, some way, somehow.
And I'll put it this way, Yeri. Yesterday, one of my friends was shot by the police because they were investigating somebody firing a bullet into the neighbor's house, and he
What?
answered the door with an assault rifle and started firing at the police, and they shot him a bunch of times in the torso.
What the fuck? Why? Jesus Christ!
because his name's Jim Miller Jr. and he's a little bit loose in the head. That's just the area that I live in. Like, fucking hunting is everything here. If you don't own a gun here, you're a pussy.
But wait, no, okay, I get that, but why the hell would he shoot at people?
Because like I said, he's a little bit loose in the head.
God damn, that's like, what the fuck? I mean, look, I get the part where you have a gun, right? Everybody has a gun. I get that part, but why shoot? Like, why would you shoot people? Don't shoot people. Like, what the fuck? I mean, oh well, I mean, you said he's got mental issues, but how did he get a gun? Like, is he known? Like, is it like a legal thing that he's known, or is it just like, oh, well, yeah, we'll be. Will he be okay? Is that what you meant, or yeah, will he be okay?
I have no clue if he's going to be okay. They didn't say.
Dang, but he was still alive when
yes.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know if I think you have a better chance of survival if the bullet goes through, right? If it doesn't stay lodged in your body.
There. I think I shared the news article. Hold on. Yeah, I did. There it is. That's the news article.
Take you to hospital after being shot. Oh wow!
In confrontation with police. Yep.
And this was your neighbor? This was your neighbor?
No, he was a friend of mine.
Oh, he was a friend. Okay, so
yeah.
How far did he live from you?
Next town over.
Oh, okay. So how'd you know? Like, you guys were going to school or something?
No, he dated my my daughter's grandmother.
Whoa, damn. Yeah, talk about 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
All right.
Jesus, wow. That's crazy, man.
He came out with an assault rifle. They identified themselves, retreated, and given verbal commands to drop the weapon. During the verbal exchange, Mr. Miller discharged the firearm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he hit any of the cops, or was he just
no police were hurt?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, that's literally crazy. I mean, he's literally crazy. I mean, literally, right? I mean, you said he has mental issues, so yeah. But wow, dude, it's damn, man. That's some heavy shit, man. I mean, that's not out the realm of people. I've known people that have been through something similar, but it's never been like, wow, like that, like where, like, I think the craziest thing that I've ever or heard of or not seen, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody who's gone at the cops like that, where they shoot at the cops. Like, they'll be in a shooting and like, say the cops show up, and then the cops will be involved in the shooting, but like the cops weren't the main target. I know I heard one time a friend of mine was like holding it wasn't like he was holding I don't want to say it's not hostage because it wasn't a hostage situation. It was like what was going on was that a rival of his gang was trying to attack him, and so he pulled out a gun to keep him at bay, like get away from me. The guy was holding a knife, and so
Right.
people saw this and called the cops. And when the cops showed up, he turned the gun to the cops, and the cops pulled out their gun, and he took that, like, I guess he took that personal or whatever, or like this is what he told me because he survived the shooting. He said that the cop looked like he was ready to shoot, so he wanted to shoot before the cop shot, and he shot at the cops. That's the only time I ever heard like somebody that I know actually shooting at a cop. And he says that he had the cop in his sights and he could have taken him out. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say. Like everybody always has like, like their version of the story or whatever, right? But well, according to like everything that happened, he pointed the gun at the cops. They shot at him. They missed him. He took off. He started taking off, and then he turned back. And when he turned back, another cop like hit him with his car, and that's how he ended up going to the hospital. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, like he didn't even get shot. Like he didn't get, like, a bullet didn't hit him. He got hit. He got hit with the cop's car, with the cop's vehicle. He ended up going to the hospital for that reason. Yeah, that's the only time I ever heard of somebody shoot somebody that I know, at least, or somebody that was close to me getting, like getting
Right.
into the cops like that. So I just think it's crazy. Like, oh, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you
Right.
shoot?
That was my thoughts. Like, if you're gonna fucking open the fucking door and start firing at cops, expect to get shot. They're gonna fire back.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, dude. I never understand that. But then again, there is such a thing as, like suicide by cop, right? There is that. So, it's difficult. It's one of those things that, like, yeah, it's one of those things you can empathize with cops too. With, like, it's like, like, they go through it. They it's like, that's why the whole thing with, like, that's why the whole thing with people with guns, and, like, like, and everybody always gets all, up in arms about, oh, why does a cop treat me like this? You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to, like, always put my hands up, and why are they always so nervous? It's like, because shit like this happens. Is, fucking, you go to somebody's house and you go fucking knock on the door and they come out with a fucking assault rifle and they start shooting you. That's why they're always all nervous and on edge and shit. I'm like,
Right.
God damn. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy story you pulled up on me right now. I wasn't expecting to talk about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Like, anytime I hear these stories, I always think to myself, there's more to it than just, like, something happened, like it was a simple knock on the door or something like that. It's like, you hear different stories, different things, but like when you've seen enough, or, like, if you've experienced enough, that there has to be something else. There has to be something else there. I get what you're
Right.
saying. I fuck, man. You could be. I didn't want to talk about that, but fucking, like, you brought it up. It's crazy because I was watching my friend Tats the other day, and he was talking about what makes things wrong or right. It's funny because that's kind of what I was gonna lead into. This kind of like a bad segue, but it and my thing is that, like, what makes things wrong or right is, it's usually based on society, like, like society as a whole, us, a group as a whole, and stuff like that. And he was like trying to get deep with it, and I don't think it's that deep. I really don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep when it comes to, like, what's wrong and right. You know what I mean? Because it's like what's wrong and right is, like, it's always based on the group of the group of people that, like, are coming together to make that understanding happen. And it's like, like, throughout history, like, they say, oh, well, like, who, who thought of this or who thought of that, who said that this was okay, who said that was okay. It's like nobody not one person ever said it, because one person, we don't go by the will of one person. I mean, we go by the will of the majority. So it's like, if the majority said, like, okay, this is not right, it's because the majority feels that that's not right. I think we've all developed through our own small democracies throughout history. Like our as much as there's been monarchies and stuff like that, and I think monarchies come up because people, I think most of us don't want to feel responsible for like things that happen. So I think monarchies are a situation where, like, we don't want to feel guilty for things happening. So it's like, it's better that we have a figurehead to do it, and it takes a certain type of person to want to be that figurehead. So that's why I think that's why monarchies popped up early on. But it's always a matter of the majority. It's always a matter of the group that makes things wrong or right. I don't think there's anything other. There's no other explanation for it. I mean, you can go ahead and say, oh, well, it's morals, and like you could feel a certain type of way about it or whatever. But it's like, nah, I really don't think so. I think that we all agree. We can agree that we don't want to hurt each other. I mean, we can get upset. We can be in a situation where we don't like certain people. We don't want to associate with certain people. But I think collectively, we don't want to just hurt people. And I think that's what it comes down to. Like what's
Right.
wrong and what's right. You know what I mean? It may seem like it has to go really deep and philosophical with it, but I mean, historically, I think it's that, because it's like, you study things like, like how the first, like groups of tribes and stuff like that got together and shit, and you had people who were nomads, and you had people who were hunter gatherers and stuff like that or whatever, and usually the hunter gatherers lived in small groups and stuff like that, and they had their own rules and such. But it wasn't until, you had agriculture, and you had people who were, making crops and plants, and like you had to build around that you started creating like bigger, crowded societies that had to come up with rules that were gonna be fair to everybody. Because I think we all kind of have the same feeling about everything, even in small groups. Like if you're paired up with somebody, you're like, oh, okay, I respect you, you respect me, cool, yeah, I don't want to steal your shit, you don't want to steal my shit, yeah, I don't want to hurt you, you don't want to hurt me, yeah, you know what I mean? So I think those are just easy common things to live by. So
My-
I'm over
I
here asking
tend
a question that you didn't ask. I get that, but I did want to talk about my friend Tats's live and what he was saying about what is wrong and what's right philosophically.
Right. And honestly, I tend to agree with you. Like in the Old West, it was perfectly fine to shoot and kill somebody. That was fine. As long as it was in a standoff, it was fine. And you wouldn't find that in this day and age because society doesn't agree with it. And like in the 50s and 60s and 70s, the legal consent for sex then was 14. It's not like that anymore because society doesn't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
Well, I mean,
but that's just the way it was. I mean, rock stars and everybody was doing that kind of crap back then.
Well, yeah. Well, I think I kind of have to agree with GMK here. I think that in the Old West, the misconception was that like people could just murder people. I think it was easier to get away with murders because it was difficult to investigate things, and I think people and in those days, like a lot of things used to happen, like like people would get lost in trails and stuff like that,
right?
And so I don't think
the shootout at the OK Corral, like that nobody went to jail for that on either side of that.
I think that was more controversial than I think that was more controversial and actually probably one of the first documented cases of police corruption, right? I think because I mean that's probably one of the first documented like fucking like bad shootings in history.
Right.
But but I don't think it was an accepted practice to be able to just like kill people. I think that it was just more accepted because people could die for many reasons, and there wasn't the investigative prowess that we have now when it comes to murders and such. So I think that's a misconception that it was okay. I don't think that it was okay. I think our laws were set back then as they are now, like like as far as those things are concerned. I just think that it's difficult. It was more difficult to prosecute the more and GMK, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm going off of like things that I learned in certain history classes about that. So I may be wrong. I'm not sure. So if you can help me out with that, that'd be cool. I'm sure you got the knowledge on that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. I mean, and that's the whole crux of it. It's like we as a society we start understanding things better. We start understanding other things better. I'm like individually we understand things better, and I think when we mix that in as a whole in a group, we start making things that make sense to everybody. And I think that's what makes wrong and right. I don't think it has to be like religious based or anything like that. I mean, it's easier to put it in those terms. It's a lot easier to digest. But I think that when it comes to our laws, our societal norms, our morals and stuff like that, they're informed by society and the majority. Um, is it 100% right all the time? Is it 100% like always going to be perfect? No, it never is. That's the misconception too, that oh, we got it right. We don't ever get it right all the time. We fuck up. We're human. That
Right.
we as humans are a little too hard on ourselves sometimes. Like we tend to get on ourselves about the past and stuff like that, and it's like the past informs our present. Like hey, if you fucked up, if we fucked up in the past, it informs us in the present. It's not for us to like judge ourselves based on our past. Our past is our past. We're learning, we're getting better. Jeez. Right. Well, how controversial was that back then though? You know what I mean? Was that politically charged, GMK? I mean, it almost makes me want to look it up. It's like I remember shit, man, because I took anthropology. No, I didn't graduate. I didn't I took some classes in college and then I flunked out. I more or less just dropped out, then flunked out. But I was really into anthropology when I was going to college. And so I took some history classes, I took some cultural classes and stuff like that. And we read about this. We were studying about this. We were like, I even wanted to write a paper on this because this was like something big. Like, it was like a really big controversy that happened. So I'm trying to remember because I remember seeing like some news clipping of it being like politically charged, like really politically charged. That yeah, that is the whole controversy too. It's like who shot first, right?
Right.
Uh I think some newspapers had it that Wyatt Earp was the one who rang out the first shot. Other people say that it was Doc, and Doc did it unprovoked. Other people say that Doc was provoked. It's like a very controversial shooting. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And it's crazy that like I I still love the movie Tombstone though. That's a fucking badass movie.
Me too.
But yeah, I heard that depiction is not exactly how things went down. Yeah, but yeah, man, but I think yeah,
Yeah,
I know that. Go ahead.
yeah, I I love the movie Tombstone, but I'd never assumed that that was very accurate of the account of things that happened. It's like
Yeah, no,
everything else.
yeah,
It gets sensationalized.
Yeah, I heard they left out some things like I think Wyatt Earp had another brother that was there. I don't think that I think what was it? Of course, you know the whole Cowboys versus that wasn't a thing. I know that wasn't a thing. Yeah, I think the thing with the dude, what the hell was his name? Ike, that guy Ike. He was in the shooting, and I don't think it involved the Cowboys or whatever, like gang. I think it was just like a thing with like a feud that the Earps were having with another group of brothers or something like that. I fuck man, I'm really drawing a blank right now, but I used to know this story, and it has nothing to do with what the movie was actually about. Because the movie was like, oh, the Cowboys are like, you know, and Johnny Ringo and all this stuff, and Johnny Ringo wasn't even in, you know, around the area at the time. I don't even think he was even alive when Doc Holliday and the OK Corral shooting happened. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of like stuff that they mixed in. I mean, some of those characters were involved with each other, but I don't think they were involved in the way that the movie portrays it. But
I'm reading it now. The Cowboys were involved in it.
oh, it was the Cowboys.
Yeah, it says that they threw up their hands and opened their coats and been shot in cold blood.
No,
and that was from a sheriff. The Cochise County Sheriff John Behem had said
oh
that.
no, he's another controversial figure.
Yeah.
He's like he didn't like the Earps either, so I think that he was fucking bullshitting about that. Anyways, that just goes to show how far back we go with fucking controversial shootings and stuff, dude. That's how far back it goes, and that's how far back, you know, like law enforcement, you know, like and stuff like that, you know, like it shows, you know, like that we've been struggling with this for years. You know what I mean? For many years. It goes back. It goes back to the days of the Old West. So it's like we're not going to get it right. We're not getting it right all the time. You know, like we will get it right, but it's like
right.
Well, GMK. You know, so was O.J. Simpson. So was O.J. Simpson. No, yeah, but I mean, it's fun. It's fun to think about. I mean, to me, it's like it shows. It gives the example of that. It gives the example of that madness. You know what I mean? How you can go back in time, and you can see how, like, you know, we've been struggling with this stuff, and we're progressing and we're getting better at it. But you know, like we're always gonna be like a little bit off. We're not gonna be perfect at everything, you know, like. And yeah, what we're getting better at it now, and like I said, our past informs our present. So it's just you know, like, you know, I don't get why people are so hard on you know, like I don't get why Americans are so hard on themselves when it comes to their past, you know, like yeah, I get it.
Right.
We have a rough history just like any country, but it's like our history is making us better because we know what we don't want to be. Like I just I don't get that part about people who like who want to downplay our country because of those past events or whatever. It's like what country out there
Right.
doesn't have a bad history, right? Like what country out there doesn't have a history of doing something that's terrible? It's like you got to look past that, because if you're trying to be better, if you're trying to be better as a whole, you're gonna have those events, and yeah, you're not gonna like it, but you know what? It's an example of the stuff you don't want to do. It's what you don't want to be.
Right.
What did you say? The point is, oh, oh, dude. Yes, GMK, dude. I mean, goddamn, man. Val Kilmer as Val Kilmer during those that 90s period when he was Doc Holliday, when he came out in Heat and a couple other movies, that was those were his years, man. Those were his years.
He also played Jim Morrison in the Doors movie.
And Val Kilmer could not do wrong during those periods. Shit, he even had a small cameo bit in True Romance where he played Elvis, and just that character was really good, and he wasn't even there for like more than like I think maybe like 2 seconds. You know, like dude, he he was just the shit at that time. He was like the fucking man at that time. The fucking Val Kilmer could not do any wrong whatsoever. Like fuck, man. Yeah, well, dude, it was who were the main stars at that time? It was like Val Kilmer, Denzel Washington, and Denzel's made it to the 2000s. He's made it this far. Well, of course, De Niro and Pacino were still out there at that time. But I think Val Kilmer could do no wrong in that mid '90s movie era like
Oh yeah,
time. He could do no wrong.
yeah. Even in the '80s, he was in Top Gun.
What's up, buddy? Oh, Top Gun. That's right. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right, man.
he,
Fuck.
he was in Willow also.
All right. Oh my God. How do you remember fucking? Oh, don't. Fucking Willow. I always have fun with Willow. I used to I used to watch Willow fucking religiously whenever they would show it like on on the local channels. And be like fucking like they'd show fucking Willow come out and everything and be like fucking I'd always make fun with my brothers. We'd do the little like the incantations that he would do like Tuwatha Hayawatha Tuwatha Hayawatha. This is some good shit.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie Willow.
It's a good movie. John Travolta.
Is
John
it?
Travolta. John Travolta. John Travolta. It's funny because like I got introduced to John Travolta through Look Who's Talking, and I thought like of course as a kid I'm like, man, this guy's fucking corny as shit. And then I see him in Grease and I'm all like, man, this guy's just fucking like what is this dude? Is he gay or something? Like that's what I thought when I was a kid, right? Then I see him in
Right.
Pulp Fiction. And I'm all like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, you won me over, John. You won me over.
Yeah, yeah. You want to see him play a fucking sadistic role? The movie Swordfish.
Oh yeah. I like Swordfish is all right. I do like that scene with the Halle Berry. I don't gotta tell you, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Chuck
yeah.
Norris.
He plays a sadistic fuck in that movie.
Listen, Chuck Norris was a great kung fu guy, and he did some good kung fu movies and everything. But I never thought he was a good actor. Like he never like in anything that he came out in. It never like I never felt like, oh shit, Chuck Norris. Like I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna see some fighting. You know what I mean? Anytime I saw Chuck Norris and anything, I just be like, oh, I'm okay. I'm gonna see some fighting right now. I'm gonna see some action. I never felt like, oh, this is gonna be a compelling like story or fucking anything like that. Then again, like I get it, like he was an action star, but whatever. I don't know. He never did anything for me. Chuck Norris really never really did anything for me.
Another sadistic character that he played was in Face Off and Broken Arrow. He played a sadistic character in that also.
Who?
John Travolta.
Oh, right, fucking Broken Arrow. Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah.
I forget. Like I'm very terrible with the names of movies and stuff because I forget. I seen a lot of them. But I you know what? Even as a kid, I can tell you right now that I was into thrillers. I was a fucking thriller type of kid. Like I like Seven. Like Seven was a movie. I love that fucking movie. I like fucking I like Fallen. Like or what was the other one? Dude, I like.
Yeah, I've never seen Seven. Is it any good?
Seven, yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta see that fucking movie. That's a fucking awesome movie. Yeah, well, yeah, of course, Danny, of course, and hey, nice to see you, Danny. I missed you. Um, I dude, I didn't. I'm not. It's not hating on. It's not, I'm not hating on Chuck Norris because he was he was just a action hero or whatever. But he never. He just never did anything for me. Like okay, like David Carradine. He actually did something for me. Like he was a kick ass. Like he'd fucking be like in kung fu and everything. But I
Right.
liked his acting. Like so that's the thing is that like I like there are some guys that can be badass, but they're actors though. You know what I mean? And there's other guys that are like just actors. Now I don't put Steven Seagal in either one of those categories.
I don't either. I mean, I like his acting, and I liked him in Under Siege and all that. I think it was called The Fire Down Below or something like that. I like that movie.
Yes. Yes, Woodrow. Yes. Snatch the pebble from my hand. Ah. Although that does remind me of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Bloodsport, where he's all like, you take the coin from my hand. Or no, I'll take the coin from your hand, and if I do, I get the girl. And he's all like, "Arr," the guy that fucking dude is of course in all those movies, there's always the fucking either the henchman or the fucking goon, right? The guy that's all fucking muscular, he's big. He's usually played by that guy that came out in that Bruce Lee movie. What's his name? Jean-Lo Paul or something like that. And it's always some big dude. He's all like, her, and he's all like, okay, deal. He's all like, okay, deal. And then he swipes at the coins, and the guys are like, ha, you lose, American asshole. And he's all like, look. And then he opens up his hand, and it's like a different coin. He's all like, oh. Like you don't get shit like that in movies today, dude. You don't. You just fucking don't. It's like, hey man, aren't you a little young for full hand? What is it? Combat. And he's all like, aren't you a little old for video games? Like, oh yeah, some good shit, dude. Okay, all right, Christopher, man, take it easy, buddy. Yeah, dude, you're always welcome, man. You're always welcome, bro. Always hang out, no problem, man. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Shoot. Dude, I loved all of that shit. All of that shit. And like I said, it wasn't to me, it was never about like okay, like there are some people that just weren't actors. It was just about action for me, you know? I don't think I ever felt compelled by Jean-Claude Van Damme's fucking acting. But damn it, if those splits didn't fucking excite the shit out of me, dude, I'd be like, man, how the fuck does he do that shit? Like, oh my god, like, dude, I'll never forget the first time I saw Bloodsport, and he did the splits on that one dude and gave him the fucking nut shot. I was like, yeah, I was just, dude, I think I was like 10 years old, maybe 10. I think I was 10, and I just remember I was all like, what's he gonna do with this big guy, right? And he does the splits and he just gives him that uppercut cross straight to the balls. I'm like, yeah. I'm all like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Van Damme. That was some good shit. And then in I think Van Damme had some of the more memorable like training scenes too. When he's training in kickboxer. Oh, I love those scenes when he's training in kickboxer and he's kicking that tree. Yeah, yeah, you want me to kick it like this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't get any better than that. I fucking love that shit. That shit is fucking awesome. Oh, well, Bruce Lee, dude. I think Bruce Lee is the fucking like he's the whole package. You know what I mean? Because he's not only like the action star, like he had acting chops, bro. Like he had charisma. Oh shit! You're shooting it. Oh my god! What the fuck was that? Good. Ah, Lord, I'm adding to that shit. Jesus.
Yeah, I like Bruce Lee's son Brandon Lee in The Crow. I love that movie.
Oh, that was a good movie. Damn, man, that you know, when you see that movie and then you think about all the roles that he was up for, you know what I mean? Like where they were considering him, and I'm like, man, dude, what a it's sad, man. That shit's fucking sad because it's like, dude, that dude he could have had a fucking good movie career. I mean, you never know. I mean, he had acting chops. He had acting chops. So you never know what he could have done because it's like, okay, he did pretty good in The Crow, and then if you think about it, he didn't even complete the movie, so they chopped it up something, you know, like a
Right.
good bit of it, but he was up for some movie roles that other people got. I heard that he was up for that they were considering him for Neo for the Matrix and shit. So imagine that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but Jean-Claude Van Damme is I mean, I don't know. I think my two favorite movies of Jean-Claude Van Damme are Bloodsport and Kickboxer. I don't think other than that, I mean, Universal Soldier was a good one.
What was the one where he played twins? Double Dragon.
Double Dragon. No, no, no. Actually, no. Was it double? No, no, no. It was no, no. It was Lionheart. Lionheart was the one where he played twins. It was Lionheart. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was Lionheart. Yeah, yeah. Everybody made fun of that. Everybody made fun of that. Like, oh, you know, you fucking do the hype. You come to my place. You dishonor me, and then like the mouth keeps moving or something. Like we used to always make fun of that as kids, man. That was good shit. I love that. I used to watch like Sonny Chiba and like what was the other dude? Fuck shit. The guy that played Ip Man, I forget his name. Uh I can't remember his name. Um but yeah, it was Sonny Chiba and that guy that played Ip Man in all the fucking movies and shit. Uh fight me damn you.
Fight me, damn you.
Oh, he did? That's good shit. All right. Is it on his channel? Oh, wow, damn it, thanks for letting me know. Hang on, let's check on my friend Limey here. Inspector Gadget.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's good shit, huh?
Yes, I remember that cartoon when I was a kid. I loved that cartoon. That and Transformers.
Okay, yeah, I see it. I see it, damn it. Thanks for letting me know, buddy. Let me see here. Let me see here. Okay, so my friend Triggered Limey has been through some rough patches recently, and he shared a video today because he was in the hospital. So I'm gonna check it out real quick. Let me just add this. David Lee Roth, get the hell out of here, dude. Okay, let's see this.
Hi, beautiful people. So yeah, after multiple failed attempts and waiting days to actually have the strength to hold my phone myself, trying to give you guys a quick update. So it looked like shit. Still on a feeding tube, oxygen tube, catheters, and whatever the other is thing. Got my war wounds. I don't know if you can. Well, not able to see them because they dressed them, but I'll make sure we get some counts of the. I don't know. I think there's 50 total ish Staples. They removed almost 5.5 meters of necrotic bowel, and that, I guess, during which time I was dead for a good 10 minutes, apparently. Anyway.
Oh boy.
I appreciate the love and support no end. You guys just don't know what you're doing. Thank you. Sorry, it's the nurse with my tissue and all that shit. Guys, I hung up a lung again.
You're doing okay, man.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Keep it up if you can. Spread this stuff out. Try to stop other people doing it. And
Oh, that's good, man.
yeah.
Keep your head up, buddy.
I've got little blank spots in my view, so it's hard to know where to look. But I think the camera is roughly about there. I love you, beautiful bastards. I'll catch you all soon. Ta-da. And not 2 moments after the video I just recorded and edited.
I think I think I'll stop it there. He looks great. He looks great. I'm happy for him, man. I'm glad he's out of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got a long road to recovery, and it's good to see. It's good to see that he's cognitive.
What happened to him?
I mean, to get into all the yeah, Kelly, yeah, man, yeah. It's I'm so glad he's out of the hard part, like and he's got a road up to recovery, yeah, but it's just wow. I'm just glad that he's here, man. You hang on. And I know that you don't know the story, Cap. What was going on with him is that he fell on some hard times and was doing bad, and some assholes and some people try to take advantage of him and talk shit about him or whatever, and so he thought life wasn't worth living anymore, and so he did something dumb, but luckily he didn't pay the ultimate price, and he's out of it now, and I really don't want to. I don't want to like continue talking about the bad part, because I'm so happy that he's gonna be able to get out of this and be alive, because that's the important part, like it would have been so tragic to hear that somebody lost their life over the fucking internet, you know what I mean? But it's a beautiful story that he's able to talk, and is gonna recover from it. I mean, I'm so happy for him and his family, being someone who's suffered from having somebody end their life over dumb things. It's always rough when you have to deal with it, but like the fact that he's gonna be able to get through it, and that family is gonna be able to to get through this, and be able to come out of it, and and be stronger for it, because I hope this makes him strong, and I hope that he realizes that there's a lot of people that love him and care about him. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm excuse me, I'm a little choked up, but not in a bad sense. I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Limey. It's a good thing. It's really good. It's really good. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad to see that he's pulling through it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad dude. I think that he was going through a rough patch, and just like anybody going through a rough patch, I think you make bad decisions. I'm not I'm not above that. Like I've gone through hard times and I've made terrible decisions while going through hard times, but it's part of the desperation. And people that care about you are people that are going to get you out of it, and I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for him. Oh, this is Cap. He's not really, like, he doesn't know much about a lot of the things that are going on.
No, I don't.
I met him at in a different corner of YouTube, but he's here because he's a friend, and I think he's a good dude. And so today wasn't this live wasn't meant to be anything more than just me hanging out. So that's why like, people are just hanging out right now. But I'm glad Dearmid came in and told me about this. Just like the same thing last time when he told me that Limey was in the hospital. It was kind of like random, and but I'm happy. I'm I'm thankful. Thank you, Dearmid. Thank you so much for coming in here and letting me know, man. That really, like, that really was special, man. I don't think I would have seen that if you would not told me. Um, yeah, man. Fucking, I really, I despise Dan. I despise Dan so much. He's such a fucking piece of shit. Like, I really, it, like, if Frauded Wrangler is fucking 1A on the people that I fucking hate, fucking Dan is fucking 1B and shit. Like, fucking, he's such a fucking piece of shit. I hate him. Yeah, I know. I know. That's the same shit he did with that fucking Gia shit. The same shit. The same shit. After talking all that shit, he goes to fucking Discord and pretends, oh no, I was just fucking around. Bullshit. Bullshit with his fucking piece of shit ass. Where? Who got the BP smoke detector?
Yeah,
You?
baby.
Yeah, I hope so, Dearmid. I hope so. But for right now, I'm celebrating this shit. I'm fucking happy for Limey. I'm happy, and I don't care. I don't care if he fucking knows, like, that I am or not. I'm just so happy that somebody didn't lose their life over some fucking stupid people who don't care about anybody but themselves and shit. Like, this is fucking. This was good news. This is a good fucking night. It's a good day. It's good. It's good. I'm so thankful Limey is fucking alive. I'm sorry, guys. People people need to people need to understand that life is fucking precious, man. It's precious. You gotta hold on, man. You gotta be fucking strong, and I hope he sees that this is a second chance. This is a second chance at fucking, like, doing things better. He can be better. He will be better. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Hey, Amy, thanks for showing up. Yeah, I like, like, I'm really saying sorry because I don't want to make this about me. That, like, like, this is about Limey. I'm very happy for him, and really, I'm really overjoyed for him. Like, it's it's one of those things that, like, 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 I've seen so many people die for, like, the dumbest, like, bullshit ass reasons. Like, I can't express how much, like, how frustrating it is to fucking know that people have died because just the most idiotic things have happened. And when somebody when somebody does something like he did, and is able to get out of it, I just hope that he sees that, like, it was a mistake, and that the people around him do care about him, and there's people that love him, and that he can take this, and like live his life better now. Like, I I truly am happy for him. Like, it means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, right, exactly. No, it's it I got some news about somebody who, and I was telling Cap, and I know some of you who come in here, I know some of you in here come in here, don't know much about, like, the stolen valor stuff that I've talked about, and about things that have come up. But my friend Dearmid, who is a good friend of mine, and I can say that now because he's been one of the most fair, most nicest people to me here, has kept me up to date with this stuff with this guy, named Triggered Limey. And Triggered Limey is a guy like me who's tried his best to, like, do things the right way, and has fallen on hard times, and he's asked for help and things like that. And it's not easy. It isn't an easy thing to do, and I empathize with him so much for being the way he is. And I think he's a very nice guy. I've had conversations with him. I think he's a good person. um and when I heard that he tried to, and I'm not gonna mince words, because, why even try? He tried to commit suicide because he fell under depression. He was going through hard times. People were taking advantage of him. This guy who has a channel called Welsh News Network, who thinks he's hot shit. He really ain't shit. He's the fucking piece of shit dirtbag who fucking pushed Limey to do this. And I thought we were gonna lose another good person because of this idiocy. But, thankfully, it didn't happen. He got out of it. There's a bunch of people who are supporting him, who are helping him get out of his situation, and I hope that he knows that there's people that love him, and like, I hope this shows him that he's gonna be okay. And I'm really just overjoyed because I I I I can't tell you how much, like, I hate hearing these kinds of stories because I know them. I know people that have passed away, like, for 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 these reasons, and it hurts so much when you hear about a story like that. And so, to hear that he's gonna be fine, and to see him do a video and everything, it just I'm like, fucking, I really am happy. I really am happy. Like, I'm so happy for him, and it makes me feel good. It really does.
Yeah. I'm just glad he's okay and that he's pulling out of it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, dear bit. Yes, yes, and even more so, it's gonna mean a lot to him. It's gonna mean a lot to him. I know, because I'm sure that when he attempted to do what he did, he was in a place where he thought that that was gonna be the best decision for him. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that he's coming out the other side of this, because it's like, now he's gonna see who truly cares about him. He truly has nothing but good things coming. I hope I hope so much that his heart heals from this, because that's really the thing that's broken more than anything. It's like, and I know it. Trust, I fucking know it. I know that fucking feeling, and it's difficult. It's difficult to believe that there are people out there that care about you, but there are, and it shouldn't take you having to take your life, or trying to, at least, to figure that out. But sometimes we get in our own way, and we think that like the world is out to get us or whatever. We're really we just have to really just like internalize things, and try to like make ourselves better. I'm so fucking happy. I'm so happy to hear this. Thank you. I can't thank you enough, dear man, for letting me know. I'm so happy I saw that video. Like, I really am. I really am. Yeah, of course, Amy. If I do get a chance to, I will. Like, I know that he needs that, but I'm sure that he's got a good family. I mean, when all of this went down, one of his good friends, another channel, content creator here on YouTube called Irish Demon, who I've got a ton of respect for now, because I really didn't follow him too deeply before, and I can honestly say that I still don't. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but like, to hear the things that he did to make sure that that his friend was okay. That's respect. That's respect for me, because a lot of people claim to be your friends. A lot of people say they love you around here, but for him an Irishman, to go to the UK to go see Triggered Limey, because he said he would. He kept his promise. To me, that means a lot. That's real respect. That's a guy who owns up to his shit. And so, respect, man. Respect to Irish Demon. You know, hey, man. That's real shit. That's real shit. Um,
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, Angel Fox, that it contributed to it, but there had to be other things going on other than just the YouTube stuff.
yeah. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure there was more to it. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that is that of course. Yeah, I do believe that he does have a strong support system, and a lot of the times, like, and I'll tell you guys, I do too. Like, but a lot of times, the people who like weigh heavy on themselves, who, like, who are very self-critical, tend to get away from that support system. I mean, I made that mistake. And you tend to do it because you're like, you care so much for the people around you. You're just like, I don't want to be a burden on them. I don't want to be the thing that they have to, like, try to fix. Like, I want to
Right.
I want to unburden them from me. But it's like, but you don't understand. It's like, the people that care about you, that's exactly what they're there for. They
But
it may not be said, like, and of course everybody wants you to be like your own person or whatever, but in the long run, like, your family members, the people that care about you, the real people that love you, are gonna be there even in the hard times. And it's
it,
difficult to see when you're going through it, but I'm so happy that he does have a
I,
support system like that.
I am my own worst critic, Jerry, and that's no shit. I tell anybody that comes at me on here, I'm like, you can't tell me anything I haven't already thought about myself 10 times over.
I know that, I know that, Amy. That's why I love it. That's why I like it there. You're an awesome person too. And I thank you. I thank you for being my friend. I'm happy about this. And again, dear man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming up and showing me what was going on. Again, dear man Costello, a great guy in the community. He's out there doing work, and he's not asking for any pats on the back. He's not asking anybody to tell him, attaboy or anything like that. He does what he does because he's a guy who cares, and I thank him so much for coming around. Thank you, dear man. Again, I can't thank you enough for being a good friend to me. That's just awesome news. just awesome news. I'm so fucking happy for it. I'm so happy for it. Um, Danny, thank you so much. And there you go. You see, again, and I don't want to bring this back to the bad people, right? Because people like Dan from Welsh News Network, people like Kaiser, will go ahead and say things like, "Oh, well, I've got the 6,000 subs, or I've got like 10,000 subs or whatever." They always try to make it about their subs and about their views and all that shit. I'm happy with the people I got. If I if it turns out that 373 is the cap for the subs on my channel, if it turns out that I only get like 20 people on a live, or if this is all that I get, it's fucking awesome. It's great because I got great people. These people are awesome. All of them, from Danny to Amy to Angel to Dearmid to Cap. All of you guys are awesome. I love you guys. It really fucking feels good. It feels
You're
like I
awesome
have
too.
true friends. And so I'm okay. I don't need anything else. Like I don't get why people fucking try to make their bones off of fucking like all these subs and views and shit like that. It's like, why you need all that when all you need is like a few people to feel real? And it's like, you guys really make me feel real, like I'm here, and it feels good. Like I don't need fucking all that shit. Like I don't need all that. Like if this is good. This is a good. If this is a community, this is the community that I want. If this is a community, I rather say that this is a good group of people, because that's what I think I have. But man, I fucking it's heartwarming. It feels awesome. I feel like I can be myself, and even more, even more than that. I'll tell you guys honestly, like the more I'm around good people like you guys, the more I want to be a better person myself. Like I want to be so much better than I once was. Like I hope that at the end of this, that I hope that at the end of this, I can prove to you guys that I can be a much better person than I was when I started. It feels so good to have good friends. I see. Yeah. 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 Exactly, Angel. Exactly. Well, shit. I hit my own chat. I know, Danny, and I'm shit. I tell everybody, listen, guys. There are many people who have different mods or whatever, but Danny is a mod for the simple fact that she is one of the best ones ever in the history of mods. She she will inform you. She will correct you. She will do every. I love having Danny on here because I, she keeps me from doing work too. It's like, if I bring up something and I'm wrong, boom, she has it there. And I love you, Danny. I love you for being here. I'm so glad that you came back, and I'm so glad you're here supporting me. Yeah, yeah, Dearman, yeah, Dearman, and you, quality over quantity all day, man. Thank you, bro. Dude. I I I can't.
If your group, I agree with Dearman, because if your groups get too big, then you can't kind of follow the chat. You know what I mean? It goes like a fucking pinball machine, like a slot machine. It goes so fast.
I mean, I've had chats that have been like crazy like that, but like I don't know. There is I think I like, unlike a lot of people who see like, oh, 1,000, like I couldn't fathom, like 1,000 people like subbed and stuff like that. Like, to me it makes sense to have like 300 subs or whatever, based on the content that I create, because I feel like it's very personal. I feel like that it's, I'm sharing myself, with people and stuff like that. So I think I think that it really it really speaks to the type of content that I make. You know what I mean? It's like it's personal.
Yeah.
It's deep. You know, and so you can't you can't be a part of a crowd. It's too narrow of a space. You know what I mean? You have to have a willingness to want to be a part of this personal space to want to be here. You know, so I think it really speaks to the type of content that I make that it's not gonna be big and out there, but I'm just glad. I'm just glad that I got good people
Right.
around me like that. Yeah.
And honest, honestly, Jerry, you're one of the realest people that I've met on here.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
You're
I,
welcome.
I you know, I'm trying to be, dude. I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't sit here and say, you know, like, oh, I'm real or anything like that. I would say that, you know, I try to be the most truthful and most honest person that I could possibly be, man, based on the things that
Right.
we do here, you know. I'm hoping that I can change the landscape of how people interact on social media because I want to bring myself here. You know, like I want to be me, and I want people to start being themselves because I think we've gotten away from that, man. I think it's become too easy for people to hide behind, you know, monikers and stuff like that and say, you know what, I'm gonna be a completely different person here and just, you know, either be a shitbag or be something that I'm not. When in reality, we should be enhancing what we are. You know, if in real life you're a dork, you're a nerd, you're kind, you're sweet, you're funny, whatever. Try to be more of that here. Don't try to be opposite of that. Don't you know, like, don't
Right.
hide away from who you are. You know, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping I could like share is that I want to be the best version of me on here. Uh, wow, this I really that's wow, that's something new. But wow, I'm just amazed. This was cool. I liked it. You know, I like I like having a wide range in my life. You know, like I'm glad that I was able to like get the information that I got. I'm glad that we had the conversation that we had. You know, like I'm here for it. I'm here for this human experience, and I thank everybody for showing up. Um, yes, it is, Danny. And I think you know, like I always like to keep it at a tight two. You guys know that. I don't like to go further than that. But I'm gonna be a little bit, you know, like a little more tight today because I'm not gonna go exactly at two. But I'm thankful for all the good news right now. You know, like Triggered Limey, if you can hear me, buddy, I'm so happy that you're doing well. I know you're gonna be on a long road to recovery. I hope um that you can see that there are people that care about you and love you and forget all the bullshit that other people put you through. Concentrate on your recovery, on making yourself better. Um, Stay close to people like Irish Demon, who has been there for you. Listen to good advice and do your best to fix yourself before you come back. I mean, I'm so happy that you're back and update us, but please make sure make sure that you're 100% when you come back and make sure that you're 100% both in health and in mental health, my friend. I can't wait to see you back. Update us, but please make sure you're 100%. Yes, absolutely, dear mid. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, guys, you know, people who are sad, people who are depressed out there, they're gonna tell you that they're gonna be okay or that it's nothing important. If it just means that you have to listen to what they have to say, be there to listen to them. Open up to them. You know what I mean? Don't take, you know. I'm not saying hound them, but you know, like if you know them personally, if you know that they're struggling or whatever, make sure you let them know that you're there for them. Make sure you let them know that you care, because sometimes that's all you need. That's all you need. All you need is someone to tell you, hey, bud, it's gonna be okay, and I'm here for you. Trust me, it
Yep.
goes a long way. It really does go a long way. Thank you so much, guys. Man, you guys really I'm like yeah, I know I know I got emotional, but I promise you guys that it's out of joy. It's really out of joy. Um whenever 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 I hear about somebody coming out of something like that, I get so happy because I've seen bad. I've seen bad. I've seen the bad part of it. So it's something really nice, and I thank you guys for being here for it. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys can share a hug with somebody you care about today, and I hope that you guys I hope you guys realize that there are people that love you and care about you, and let's have good vibes for Limey, and let's not think about all the other fucking crappy people out there today. Let's think about the good people. Let's love our good people today. Ah, dear man. Well, you could just be a jerk to me, and like that we could just have a good laugh about it. How about that? Okay. And now you make me cry again because I'm gonna start thinking about my poor dead cat already. But thank you guys. No, thank you. I that's it. You guys are awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys again. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm so glad that I fucking decided not to fucking do anything about Wrangler today, even though I mentioned them. I'm so glad that I did, because you know what? This is the type of shit that I fucking love. This fucking human experience is fucking beautiful. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, this time I'm really gone, but I love you guys. I really do. I'll see you guys. Cap, I'll see you around, buddy. Thank you so much for showing up.
Yep, no problem.
All right,
You stay safe, Jerry, and I love you. And just know that you're one of the coolest people on here.
Shut up, Ted. Shut up, Cap. You're making me fucking blush. Okay. All right, bud. Thank you so much. I love you.
Sorry, it's that big D energy that that's making me give you the compliments. It's that big churro you carry.
There you go, buddy. Thank you.
All right, I love you.
All right, bud. Have a good one, guys. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do an outro song, don't I? Should I? Yes, I do. I do. Hang on. I gotta do an outro song. Ooh, what am I gonna put? All right, yeah, that'll do.
Love yours. Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Beauty. Goes for all y'all. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Beauty. Let me explain. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less, Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Does all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind? Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke was better. A life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Think being broke was better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? Though I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for strength from the Lord up above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good, and touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt. Cash and minimal checks. Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga, feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas, mad snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.